All right, this is question 26 for the practice final. We are simplifying, and this is just three variables with fractional powers, rational powers, we have a 10 on the outside. So like we do with pretty much everything, if something's on the outside of the parentheses, we can distribute it. That's the same thing with powers. So we're actually going to distribute this power to all three of these. Now what that's going to look like is our first one's going to be x, negative 1 over 5 times 10, y, 1 over 10 times 10, and z, 1 times 10. We want to try to reduce our fractions as quickly as possible. So on our x, we have negative 1 over 5. Well, 5 and 10 both have 5 in common, so we can cancel that out to be a 1, cancel that to be a 2. And if we process the math here, we now have negative 1 times 2, so we have x negative 2. The y, we have two 10s, so cancel, cancel. We have y to the first. And z, well, there's nothing to cancel, so we just have z10. The question's not quite finished here because we have this negative 2 power. A negative power simply means you're going to move the number from either the top of the fraction to the bottom or the bottom to the top. Numerator, denominator, or denominator, numerator. Since we just have an x negative 2, there's nowhere else for it to go, so it must be in the numerator if we make it into a fraction. So we're just going to move this to the bottom, making it x squared positive on the bottom, and we end up with y z10 over x squared. As a note, the reason why we can move the x negative 2, just kind of as a secondary reason here, just to show you, if we look at the numerator of the original and say that we have our x negative 2, y1 z10 over 1. If you give something to the top and the bottom of the fraction, you're cool. So long as they both get it, it will still be the same fraction. If we multiply the top by x positive 2 and the denominator by x positive 2, well, what happens here? Since we have a negative 2 and a positive 2 for x on the top, these two will cancel with each other. This one cancels with this one, leaving us with that x2 on the bottom, which is how we get y z10 over x2. So that's the explanation of why that works, okay?